whole world is translated in your brain in a series of pictures. Imagine for a second that you could take one of those pictures, manufacture it, and put it into the future before it had even happened. Have you ever considered that? In actual fact, that's exactly what we do in NLP when we put goals into the future. In fact, we do creating your future processes, which allow you to put your goals into a picture and actually program them into your future timeline. In fact, this situation or this procedure is so powerful that what happens is generally when people do this and they clear up all the uncertainty that they have around their goal, they 100% of the time get their goals. So imagine how powerful it'd be if you actually got conscious of the pictures that you have in your mind. You see, we have a series of pictures that in NLP we call internal representations, and the power of those internal representations allow us to give meaning and encode our reality as we see it. Now, when we make changes to those pictures, the simple process of making changes to those pictures consciously changes the way that we think about them unconsciously. So just for a moment, stop wherever you are, as long as it's safe to do so, and I want you to think back to something that made you quite angry and ask yourself if you have a picture around that event. And I wonder if you could take that picture and then zoom it right out as far away from you as possible and see whether or not the feeling on that event and that memory actually changes. And what you'll probably find is that that has exactly that effect where it becomes less and less the further it gets away from you. Now, I want you to just reset it and put it exactly where it was, just for the moment. Now, the important thing about internal representations is that for most people, they're extremely unconscious. And by getting clarity on them, it allows us to make changes to a whole lot of different things in our life. And that is, it could make a change to the way that you perceive value. It could make a difference to the way that you actually do a process or what we call a strategy. It could make a real difference to how you feel motivation. In fact, if you think about when you're really motivated, go back to a time in the past where you were totally motivated. Go back to that time and see what you saw, hear what you heard, and really feel the feelings of being motivated. You'll probably notice that there was some sort of internal representation or picture involved in that, and making changes to that can actually change the level of motivation. And that's just one of the things that we can achieve with neurolinguistic programming. There's just so much more to learn. So please come to our website, have a bit more of a look around, and look forward to meeting you at one of our workshops one day soon. Until then, be well and be empowered.